I'm Mallory, and tonight we're discussing a topic that everyone encounters at some point in their career journey: job interviews. Whether you're looking to land your first job or you're eyeing your dream role, the interview is the critical step that could open the door to your next opportunity. Job interviews can be intimidating, but with the right preparation and mindset, you can increase your chances of success. Let's start with something simple but vital: the first impression. First impressions are everything, and making sure you look presentable and professional is key to demonstrating that you're serious about the job. When you walk into an interview, you want to immediately show that you care about the opportunity, and that means dress for the job you want. While every company has its own dress code, showing up in business attire or something appropriate for the position you're applying for will set you off on the right foot. But it's not just about the clothes you wear, it's about expressing yourself. Don't be afraid to add a personal touch, whether it's a piece of jewelry, pop of color, or a professional yet stylish accessory. Letting your personality shine through is important too. Just be sure that what you're wearing makes you feel confident and true to yourself.
Now we go to Megan in the field.
Mallory, as you mentioned before, preparation is absolutely key to making a strong impression in any job interview. But what exactly does good preparation look like? Let me break it down further. One of the first things you should do is make sure you're fully prepared for the questions that will be asked. As many of you already know, there are some questions that are almost guaranteed to come up in every interview. And while it may seem repetitive, being able to answer these questions with confidence is crucial to stay. The classic "tell me about yourself" question. While it may seem simple, many candidates freeze up when they're asked this. So how do you approach it? Start by briefly describing your background, focusing on relevant work experience, and then connect it to why you're excited about the opportunity. The question is, what's your greatest strength and your biggest weakness? When answering this, it's important to be honest, but also strategic. For strengths, choose something that aligns with the job, and for weaknesses, make sure to mention something you've actively worked on improving. For example, if you're a perfectionist, you could explain how you've learned to manage your time better to avoid overworking yourself.
But preparation isn't just about practicing responses to common questions. It's about really understanding the role you're applying for. For instance, if you're interviewing for a position in customer service, you need to be prepared to demonstrate your problem-solving skills. If it's a leadership role, you want to share examples of leadership and decision-making. Tailor your answers to the job description and make sure you provide concrete examples from your experience to back up your claims. One other critical part of job interview prep is understanding the company's culture. It's important to know what they value and how they operate. This will help you frame your answers in a way that aligns with the company's vision and demonstrates that you're not just a good fit for a job, but you're a good fit for the company's culture as well.
Go about doing the research. First, check out the company's website. Look at their About Us section, read their mission statement, and review any recent news or projects they've been involved in. If they posted any blogs, press releases, or even job postings, make sure to read them. Media is another useful tool. Many companies actively post updates on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, which can give you a sense of their tone, values, and what they care about. And here's a tip that some people forget. Before you even show up for the interview, make sure you're comfortable with the location, or in the case of remote interviews, the technology. If you're meeting in person, try to visit the location ahead of time if possible. This will reduce the stress of navigating unfamiliar routes or parking and help you arrive on time and with confidence.
Beyond just preparing answers and logistics, let's talk about how to present yourself during the interview. A good handshake, eye contact, and a smile can get you a long way. Nonverbal communication is a powerful tool, and when used effectively, it helps convey your confidence and professionalism. There's something that many people overlook: body language. Whether in person or virtually, the way you carry yourself communicates just as much as what you say. Keep your posture open, avoid crossing your arms, and always look the interviewer in the eye. You also want to be mindful of your tone of voice. Speaking too fast might make you seem nervous or unprepared, while speaking too slowly may make you come across as unsure or disengaged. Try to strike a balance, speak clearly with a confident yet approachable tone.
When it comes to answering questions, don't just give a simple yes or no. You want to elaborate, but without rambling. A great method to follow is the STAR technique, that stands for situation, task, action, and result. When you're asked to describe a past experience, break it down into these 4 parts to keep your answers structured and
That's great advice, Megan. It's clear that preparation is not just about knowing what to say, but how to present yourself effectively.
Preparation is the key to confidence. As Megan mentioned, knowing what you can ask can really set you apart. But it's not only about the questions you ask, it's about how you respond to the questions they ask you. Also important to anticipate questions that are specific to the job you're applying for. Are there industry-specific challenges you might face? How does your experience align with the role? These are things you can prepare for by doing your research. And don't forget about your resume. Make sure it's up to date and accurately reflects your qualifications. Employers will often ask you to elaborate on past experiences, and having a polished resume to refer to will ensure that you don't forget anything important.
And speaking of preparation, there's one more crucial element: researching the company. Before walking into the interview, it's essential to know about the company's mission, values, and recent projects.
With the rise of remote work, many employers are now conducting interviews online. Whether it's Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or another platform, being comfortable with the technology is now a must-have skill for candidates. Make sure your background is professional, your camera and microphone are working, and that you have stable internet connection.
We're also seeing an increased focus on soft skills, traits like emotional intelligence, adaptability, and communication.
Exactly, and one other trend that's gaining traction is the use of AI in the interview process. Some companies are now using video interview platforms powered by artificial intelligence to screen candidates. These systems analyze not just your responses, but your body language, facial expressions, and even the tone of your voice.
It's a new challenge, but as long as you're prepared and stay authentic, you'll be able to handle it. The key is confidence.
Well said, Mallory. Job interviews may seem intimidating, but with the right approach, they can be an opportunity to shine and show employers the value you bring to their team.
That's all the time we have for tonight's special segment on job interviews. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.